What is up, guys? PetriFyTV here, bringing you guys a new video. In today's video, we're doing the AUG A1 versus the AUG HBAR. Now we're going to take the two most popular AUGs in the game, the AUG A1 and the AUG HBAR, the one of the most overpowered weapons in the game, and see which gun is actually better than the other. Now, both of these weapons are very good. Their stats are almost similar to each other, and they're both AUGs, but one is an assault rifle and one's a light machine gun. And we're going to be comparing the stats and see which gun is actually better and what gun you guys should use over the other one. Now we're going to compare the stats, and whatever stats are better than the other one and whatever has the most reliability for the weapon to be better, that is going to be the winner. Now getting straight into the AUG A1 stats, the AUG A1 is unlocked at rank 20, which is actually probably the most used weapon at rank 20 because everybody wants to use the AUG A1 at rank 20 because it's probably one of the best weapons to use when you get the weapon unlocked, obviously. Now, the damage-wise, it does 30 damage from about 60 studs out, and everything after 60 studs, it starts to drop slowly. Now, at 190 studs out, it does 23 damage, which is actually very good for an assault rifle, and also, this weapon has no recoil, so the range really doesn't matter. You're most likely not going to miss your shots from ranges, so the 23 damage really doesn't matter that much. Now for the accuracy, hip stability, and aim stability are all very, very good. Probably the best stats I've ever seen on a weapon in any weapon, actually. These are probably the most, almost halfway full stats I've ever seen on any weapon in the game. The AUG A1 is a very good weapon for aim stability, hip stability, and also accuracy. Nothing can really change that. I mean, the AUG A1 is very good for hip firing, aim stability, and even close quarters gunfights, and also long distance as well because it has no recoil. Now for the fire modes on the AUG A1, it has automatic, and also semi, and I don't really recommend using the semi on it because it has no recoil. You can just use automatic 24/7 unless you guys like to use semi for longer distance gunfights. You guys can go ahead and do that if you guys would like to. Now for the rate of fire, it does 680 rounds per minute, was absolutely insane. Like the 680 rounds for AUG A1 is actually really, really good, especially since it has no recoil on the weapon. And I definitely recommend using this weapon in close quarters combat only, in my way, or in any way. I recommend a metro, mall, and also crane sometimes, maybe even highway, but I think those three maps are perfect for the AUG A1, so I recommend you guys to try this weapon out on those three maps. Now for the magazine size and the ammo type, the magazine size is 30. Also, you can put one in the chamber as well, so you can get a total of 31 bullets. Now for the ammo type, I use 5.55 or 5.56 45 millimeter NATO. Now this is also a very good, the most common assault rifle ammo in the game is the 5.56, and I definitely recommend using this weapon overall for the close quarters and everything like that. Now we're going to be comparing the stats, the AUG A1 stats to the AUG HBAR. We're going to switch over to the AUG HBAR right now. Now moving over to the AUG HBAR stats, the AUG HBAR is unlocked at rank 27, which is actually a very low level for how good this weapon is. It's 7 more levels than when you unlock the AUG A1, and the stats are very similar, like I said. So we're going to be going over the stats. First, we're going to go with the damage and range. Now it does 30 damage around 90 studs out, and that's actually very, very good for a light machine gun. And also, the AUG HBAR definitely wins for range, in my opinion. It does 26 damage around 170 studs out, which is actually very good. The AUG A1 did 20 damage 190 studs out, so the AUG HBAR definitely wins with the damage wise for range and everything like that. Now moving over to the accuracy, hip stability, aim stability, the AUG A1 easily takes that, but a lot of people complain about the AUG HBAR's recoil and everything like that, but this weapon, it really isn't that hard to control recoil. It really isn't. You guys just need to kind of learn how to control it. Now I would definitely still use the AUG HBAR over the AUG A1 at this point, even with the aim stability and everything like that. Now the AUG HBAR does automatic and semi just like the AUG A1, so they're basically the same weapon still. I definitely recommend using this weapon in automatic, but you guys can switch over to semi all you want. It's still a very good weapon, so it does pretty good amount of damage around ranges, and you guys might want to switch to semi just to hit your longer range shots if you guys like to do stuff like that. And the rate of fire on this weapon is actually really good for a light machine gun. It does 650 rounds per minute. Now it's only a little bit less than the AUG A1. The AUG A1 does 680, so I guess the AUG A1 does take it for that rate of fire. But personally, if the rate of fire was any more on this AUG HBAR, the AUG HBAR would have insane amount of recoil that might be too hard to control. Now the magazine size is what this weapon is all about. I mean, you get 12 more bullets than you would, or 13 more bullets if you have one in the chamber, but you get 12 more bullets than you would with the AUG A1, and this is a light machine gun, so it's supposed to have more ammo. Now having 42 bullets and also having a low rate of fire with high damage is a great weapon. Like, it's an amazing weapon. If you have 42 bullets, just think about it. 42 bullets, 650 rate of fire, and also it does 30 damage at 90 studs away. The weapon's amazing. Like, it's even good up close. Like, it can destroy at any ranges. Now for the ammo type, it takes the same ammo as the AUG A1, the 5.56. The 5.56 is pretty much every assault rifle in the game, almost. Not every assault rifle, but almost. There's a lot of assault rifles that have 5.56, so you can pick up a lot of ammo from assault rifles, and also LMGs as well. I think you can pick it up from a couple carbines. I don't know if you can't take it from, yeah, you can take it from a honey badger as well. So you can pick up ammo for this weapon a lot, so that's what makes this gun very, very good. It has a lot of ammo you can pick up from a lot of different guns that are mainly used in Phantom Forces. Now overall, the stats are pretty similar, so it's kind of hard to actually have one win by stats. So we're going to be talking what's the good and bad about each weapon and what you guys think is the better weapon because of these good and bad things. Now, getting into the good and bad things about each of these weapons, we're going to start with the AUG A1. The good thing about this weapon is you unlock it rank 20. Like, that's insanely low level for this weapon, and I definitely recommend trying this out just so you guys know. Now, the second good thing about this weapon is the rate of fire, and that it's really good at close quarters combat. It's basically a submachine gun, but it's an assault rifle. It has 680 rounds per minute, which makes the close quarters combat very, very good for this weapon. It also does 30 damage up close, so it's a very good weapon to use, so I recommend using this for close quarters combat only. Now the third good thing about this weapon, it has no recoil. Literally has 0 recoil. Your screen does shake a little bit depending on what optic you have on your weapon. I definitely recommend using the Coyote sight. Now that's a very good thing about the weapon. It has 0 recoil. Now getting into the bad things about the weapon, it comes with a default scope, so it kind of makes your weapon aim a little bit slower, and also looks very weird. Might throw off your aim if you use a Coyote on top of that ACOG sight. Now if you are one to not use optics on your weapon, I definitely recommend using one on the AUG A1. That's the bad thing about it. The second bad thing is not really that good at long distance ranges. Like long distance is good, don't get me wrong, it's very good because it has no recoil, but the damage is just too low in my opinion to go long distance, and you just run out of ammo so quickly if you just sit on top of a building and try going for long distance kills, and I really don't see the point of using this weapon other than close quarters combat. That's a bad thing about it. I have one more good thing to say about this weapon. It is very versatile. It can be used for anything, long distance if you guys really want to. I don't recommend it though, and also close quarters, and it can get you out of good or bad situations that you're in, and it's also very versatile. Like I said, you can use it for any objective, anything like that. You guys can use it to your liking. Now moving over to the AUG HBAR, good and bads. We're going to start with the good things about the AUG HBAR. You unlock it at rank 27. It's a very overpowered weapon, and you get it at rank 27, and I feel like this should be definitely a higher rank to get this weapon in my opinion. But what's really good about this weapon is the damage. Like, the damage is insanely good on this weapon, because at 90 studs out you do 30 damage, and also at 170 studs out you still do 26 damage per shot. Now that's very, very good. It doesn't take that many shots to kill an enemy, which I like about it. Now the second thing I like about this weapon is the versatile with the weapon. You can use this weapon for literally anything, even up close if you guys really want to. This gun can be any type of gun that you guys want it to be. It can be a close quarters if you really want it to be. I have 0 problems with this weapon up close. I don't see any problems with it other than running slow. Now the third thing good about this weapon is the range. Like, the magazine size and the range is so good on it. Like, the range on this weapon is like insane. Like, 90 studs, it does 30 damage. That's absolutely crazy. I recommend using this gun for long distance, close quarters, medium range, anything that you guys want to use it as, it can be good for. Now getting into the bad things about the weapon, the bad thing about this weapon is the rate of fire is a little bit low. It seems like it shoots a little bit slow, but it also has, I don't know, it seems slow, but it seems fast at the same time. But the magazine size of 42 makes up for the slow rate of fire in my opinion. Now the second bad thing about the AUG HBAR is the hip fire. The hip fire is kind of bad in my opinion. It just goes in big circles. Like, it doesn't really shoot right at the enemy when you're hip firing. I definitely do not recommend using that AUG HBAR for hip fire at medium range or long distances if you guys are trying to mess around with it. I definitely recommend using the AUG HBAR for close quarters hip firing, but I still wouldn't use it overall. Aiming down sights is the best thing for this weapon. Now, the second bad thing about the AUG HBAR is definitely the recoil on the weapon. Now, a lot of people have problems with the recoil. They can't control it, and they say they can't control the AUG HBAR, so they give up on the weapon. If you guys can control the recoil on this weapon, it's so good, I promise. But the bad thing about this weapon is the recoil for sure. Now, let me add one more good thing about the AUG HBAR. It has 5.56 ammo, so that means you can pick up ammo from several different weapons in the game. That means you can pick it up from the Honey Badger, M4, M4A1, the G36, what else? Most LMGs you can pick up ammo from, which is very good for the AUG HBAR. It's very versatile because you can pick up ammo from almost every weapon in the game pretty much, and you really don't see that much on light machine guns. But anyways, that's going to be the end of today's video. If you guys want me to compare two other guns together, see which gun is the better weapon overall, make sure you guys put those two weapons down in the comments down below, and this might be a new series on my channel depending how much you guys like this. But if you guys did enjoy it, please like, comment, subscribe. Those will see you in the next video. Peace out.